everyone and welcome back to my channel and another sort of top 10, but this time it's top 20. So it's another top list, we'll call it. I haven't done one in a while because they just take longer to make than other videos and I've been really busy, but I have a whole new load of content coming out for Avakin and of other stuff. Just been a really busy couple weeks with exams and everything. But today we're going to kind of do a touchy subject. I'm going to be doing top 20 worst dresses in Avakin. So when I say dresses, I do specifically mean dresses. So not just like anything in the outfits category. Like this wouldn't count, for example. It is only dresses we're doing. It was going to be top 10, but this kind of sounds bad, but I could do a top 50 on this. There are so many dresses that I despise in this game. And then I hate when I'm looking for a new dress or a new outfit or something, and every time I scroll past them I'm just like, ugh, no. And I really don't want to offend anyone because everyone has a different opinion. I'm not saying that, you know, if I find a dress ugly, you should find that ugly, but I am gonna kind of roast them a bit. So I hope you guys enjoy it anyway, and let's get on into the video. So to start off our list, we have Dark Romance Feminist Dress. This was actually came out as a part of a sort of series of dresses and series of outfits called the Dark Romance. For example, you know, there's Dark Romance Polaris dress, and to be honest, I'm not really a fan of any of them. Like this one as well. I don't like any of them, but this one is by far my least favourite. I actually like the top. That's what bothers me. You know, when you see it from here, I think, wow, you know, that's cute. And then you zoom out. It's kind of like this really gorgeous dress, you know, that has beautiful jewels on it and is very fitted and everything. And then this sort of like black furry worm just came up from the ground and started eating her. Like, it's so I'm sorry, I really hate it. It's so ugly. This is literally just going to be the list. Every single one I'm just going to be saying how much I hate them. And it really annoyed me because I actually remember when this came out. I don't remember how long ago it was, but I remember it came out and I saw it on there and I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. Went on it and it goes straight up and I was like, oh, this is actually quite cute. I might get this. And then zooming out and I was like, what is that? I hate the fur. Maybe if it was just kind of fur lined around the bottom or something, it wouldn't be so bad, but I'm gonna probably save up my 3,000 Avacoins and spend it elsewhere. As with the first one, this is one of those ones that looks great from the top. And then you zoom out. It's something. So I remember this actually was less than a year ago this was released, and it was a few dresses. It was this one and another couple that I will mention from the Haute Couture, and I love that brand, most of the stuff. But it released these, like, I think it was like 5 dresses, and I pretty much hated all of them that they released. This is one of them. This is the one that's kind of in the middle. There's like, see, there's 2 that didn't make it on the list, but spoiler alert, 3 of those dresses that were released as part of that that sort of series that they introduced to the game, 3 of them are on this list, and this is the first one. So it's kind of like almost the best of the worst. It's just awful. I actually like the colour. I like baby pink. I don't like fuchsia or, you know, in your face pink, but I like baby pink and I think it's really cute. And you know, if they maybe just had the one at the bottom, it wouldn't be so bad. But it just looks messy. It's weird. It is really weird. This one is a bit more like a literal worm that just came up and wrapped her around the middle. Like, oh, it's off for 5,000 Avacoins. This is like those dresses that are awful that you see on the runway, and they're made by a famous designer. And you look at them, they're awful, but they'll say, oh, it's just the new fashion trend. You wouldn't get it. Like, no, stop, please. It hurts my eyes. this is where you guys sort of start to notice a bit of a theme with these dresses. You zoom in, they're great. Zoom out, what is that? So this is a level exclusive item. I have no idea what level you have to get it. I am at 29 right now, so obviously not any of the levels I've passed. It is 3,500 and I'm sure it's part of Lockwood Couture. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on that though. I really like the colour of it. I mean, I'm going to start off with the positives. I like the sort of white fading into that sort of green colour. I like the silver belt. And that's just about it. Because when you zoom out, I don't like the material of it, but that's like nitpicking. I just don't like it. It's very unsymmetrical, as you can see. It just looks a bit strange to me, and I've seen people actually wearing this and it looks worse. The reason it doesn't... See, you've kind of got the level exclusive item there, so you can't really see it as much. But if you just look just above that, you kind of see the line where like the dress sort of stops, and then there's a bit underneath it, but it just is very weird. I don't know who designed it. It's just so strange looking. I don't know what they done. I'm glad it's a level exclusive item though, because then I won't need to buy it. I think it's very close to being a really nice dress, and that's what I hate about it. Some of the dresses are just awful and I hate them, but the ones at the top of the list are mainly ones that just with a bit of tweaking or something changed about them, they could look nice. And that's what really bothers me, because I would love this dress if it was just long and it was just white into that kind of bluish greenish colour. I think it would look beautiful, but the way it is, it has to be part of the top worst. Your lucky day has come. It's finally a dress that I don't like, whether it's zoomed in or zoomed out. So this is a thing. I think. I don't know what it's supposed to be. In fact, this is kind of the opposite of the last one. The bottom doesn't actually look too bad, but like, what is that? What is that? You know, if you look at it from the back, right? Just from the back with that little bow on top and everything, it actually looks pretty nice. And then you turn round and there's just this monstrosity. Like, I don't know what it's supposed to be. It is kind of like an alien that kind of smuggled under her shirt. Like, it's awful. I could make so many memes about it that I don't really want to say, because most of them would involve stuff that isn't quite child friendly. Some of you might know where my mind is going with that. It's awful. What is it? It's 4,000 Avacoins. That's what it is. 4,000 Avacoins for ET to be up your shirt. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure when the Purple Rain collection was released, but Purple Rain is a song by Prince, and I'm guessing it was probably released round about his time of death. I think, was that last year? It might have been last year, I'm not sure. But probably just to honour him or something like that. And it gave us some really beautiful dresses. For example, this one. This isn't my favourite, but I do like it. I think it's strange but nice. It also gave us this one, which is just really cute, and I just love the purple colour of it. It gave us these heels, and it gave us this dress, which is probably my favourite out of the lot. And I was looking through the collection when it first came out, and I couldn't help but stumble by whatever this is. So what first came to mind was that this was a joke, and then I realised that Lockwood doesn't really do jokes. Then I kind of thought it was for roleplay, because it's a really good dress for when you want to look like you're going to a wedding but you hate the person that's getting married. Am I the only one seeing that? It's kind of like mother of the groom, but you hate the bride. So you kind of want to wear black, but then that would be a funeral, so you kind of go more polite and you wear this instead. It doesn't fit with the rest of the collection, which really bothered me at the time, and now I don't know why this one bothers me so much. I just think it's because, like, especially if we're talking about Prince and all that, Prince was so eccentric. You know, Prince would go crazy with something like that. This is just... it's like there's so many jokes I can make about it. It's just, I really dislike it. I think it's really plain, really boring. My granny would probably love it, but that's about it. Have you ever wanted to see what a dress would look like if it just wasn't finished? Probably not, neither did I, but Lockwood gave it to it anyway. What can I say about this? The outline, the shape of it actually is not the problem. I have a theory on how this happened. I think that someone who really hates Avakin joined the Lockwood team. They had designed this dress and they gave the new person who hates Avakin free rein to colour it in. And this happened. Because the colours are the problem. Okay, number one, who mixes red and pink? That is the least important part of it, but like, just had to throw it in there. Number two, are they supposed to be like meshing together? What the hell? Number three, can we get some texture so we actually know what this is? Is it a veil? Is it, what material is it? It just kind of looks wrong. Number three, is that supposed to be a belt? I get a feeling it's not, because like this bit's coloured in purple. And then it kind of fades to pink, but it's just weird. And there's no fading with whatever that black thing is. Number three, have you ever seen the movie Carrie? Because you know when she gets the blood poured on her? If they had just poured the blood on her waist, you're now seeing exactly what this is. That is my theory. That is my theory now. Forget the other one. They wanted to recreate Carrie, but if it was only a half-done job. Nevertheless, it's just awful, especially for 3,000 Avacoins. I've actually seen quite a few handmade dresses before, but not like this. Front row seems to think that handmade equals patchy, awful, and made out of weird dinner plates that your gran has. I can confirm that is not the case. I don't know what they think handmade means. Handmade doesn't necessarily mean that you just pull whatever random stuff you have sitting in your dressing table and you put it together. Handmade just means that you make it yourself. That's it. Or you make it with your hands. There's nothing complex to it. It doesn't mean that you have to throw it all together and try and be like some sort of weird edgy boho. Like it just, I'm sorry, I don't know what they're trying here. I think it looks awful, absolutely awful. Here on the Taylorific Gaming channel, we like to switch things around, you know, keep things new and fresh and interesting. And that's why I thought I would bring this into the group, because for once, I actually like the bottom. It's cute, it's nice, you know? But what is this? The back's actually okay. You know, if it, how do I say this? You know that this little bit here that's sticking out and all pointy was like tucked in and a little bit more fitted, then it actually wouldn't be that bad. The back's okay. The bottom's okay. The waist is okay. But never has a dress been more ruined by the sleeves before, because they are awful. I'm sorry. They just, 4,000 Avacoins. 4,000. You can buy so many apartments with that. Depending on which ones you get, you can buy like 5. And instead you're going to spend on a dress. But what dress, you might ask? Am I going to go with some of the beautiful ones in haute couture? Am I going to go with some of the absolutely gorgeous ones anywhere else in Lockwood Couture. No, I'm gonna go with this. Crystal Palace, is this grand enough to replicate a Crystal Palace? Like, I'm sorry, no. That's what I have to say about this, literally just no. A lot of people might be wondering what inspired me to make this video. And why would I want to make a video of the worst dresses? That's just being really negative, right? Well, this is the reason. This right here is the reason I made this video, and I'm not even joking. It's not number one, because it's actually not the worst dress, but I was just in a social scene thinking of video ideas. I usually, when I'm thinking of stuff, I just sit in a social scene so I can get as many views and likes as possible, just in case people are generous. But yeah, my life's sad. The thing is, I saw a girl wearing this and I thought, that is hideous. And I was like, please tell me they're joking. I went onto it, I saw it was like Lockwood Couture, and all of a sudden I started having flashbacks of all the ugly dresses I'd seen. And most of them are from Lockwood, that's the weird thing. And it's what inspired me to make this video. That's pretty much all I want to say about it. I mean, I can go on about the things that aren't nice, like the, okay, an obnoxious feather, and then one that's just kind of like half there. The putrid yellow, the awful brown, the ribbon that just exists. There are so many things I could go on about, but you know what? I just thought it would be nice to include it as the inspiration for this video. In a horrible event that I now call the Purges of Lockwood, they got rid of a lot of dresses and underwear, lingerie sets, all those things that they thought were way too revealing. And yet, they decided to keep some of the ugliest ones. And that is where Cloud9 cutout dress comes in. There are two variants of this, neon blue, which I'm using mainly for this because it just kind of showcases the dress better. The other is peach, and it's awful too. But I personally think the blue one looks more hideous because you can actually see how bad it is more clearly. It doesn't give you any shape. I mean, you know what? It probably wouldn't even have been that bad, right? If this bit, like, it's hard to explain. If the back maybe is a better way to show it. Not the line, or the straps rather, but the bit on top, where it's kind of like an M shape here. And then the skirt is like weirdly non-fitted, and it, like, if you're wearing tattoos, it kind of weirdly stretches the tattoos and it gives your Avakin no shape. And it's just weird. It's like they thought, you know what, we don't want to make it overly sexual, so we're gonna make the Avakin's body look awful with it. So that you have these types of dresses, but you won't want to wear them. It's only 500 Avacoins, which is great considering all the other ones are like 4,000. But it's still one that I really wouldn't be spending my money on.